you off in the case? Okay.
Everybody ready?
I'm just pulling it up. Okay, it's okay.
Ready to go? First off, race suppression is used by capital and to ideologically justify economic exploitation and eradication of racism or requires the totalizing critique of capitalism's no sense. Race suppression didactically intersects the exploitative logic of the advanced capitalism regime that deploys race and insert the surplus accumulation. Race encodes the totality of contemporary capitalist social relations, which is why race cuts through processingly desperate social sciences. I do not isolate the social sciences view of race and local problem, which would lead to performance measures, either legal reform and culture. The ideological battle to win the hearts and minds and just keeping the social economic rankings intact. The eradication of race suppression requires political projects and transformation that exists in capitalism. Contemporary account for race any determinate connection to economics. They conclude the redirecting attention away from the logic of capitalist exploitation, employment, and cultural segments or difference. And capitalism results in a stingy ideological destruction and unending war for the International Review 89. The growing population pollution in the air of modern activity has been the chemical plants oils that destroy the whole plant life and animal life and endangering the oceans. The destruction of the ozone layer protects the living, every living thing. The rapid disappearance of the Amazon or nothing more than capitalism suicidal logic, which is not a threat to the planetary equilibrium necessary to survival of the human species. Survival. The suicidal logic takes on a still terrifying proportion of the massive production of sophisticated engines, death technology, and oriented towards the arms of perspective massacres and definitely more murders than the unleashed today. In peacetime and the countries of capitalism were free and rejecting capitalism is an ethical obligation. This is March 95. The basic question of concerning the possibility of socialism and the rationality of utopian thinking. Thinking utopia is not only legitimate but necessary. The ethical obligation is to realize when a friend comes with alcoholic friend to confront her habit. It's not making a prediction. It may seem unlikely given the past history she will kick her habit. Nonetheless, the moral obligation is to get over the habit remains similar, and obligation exists over our capitalism and social equivalent of drunkenness. We cannot renounce such a simple transcendence of giving up an ethical project and curtailing the project and from the sphere of the interpersonal relations. Such ethical renunciation is curtailed death and mutilation of the human denial of the utopian of living death, the prevailing rationality and profoundly irrational. And our alternative is to vote nay. We must reject capital in the everyday. There's the only strategy for breaking these is right on board. The strategy for destroying capitalism is also pulling time, energy, and resources out of capitalist civilization, putting them into building a new civilization. The strategy clearly recognizes that capitalism is the enemy and must be destroyed inside the tank, and getting the capitalist relations without father as much as simply rejected stop participating in activities that support the capitalist world and stop participating in activities that build the world democratic, non-hierarchical, non-modified relations that can eventually overwhelm the capitalist relations. This is possible realistic strategy. Capitalism must be explicitly refuse the war on a daily basis of the love of capitalism. It's proved impervious to form of the system. We cannot reform it in a peaceful system or strategy of destroying capitalism requires a minimal totalizing image that merely forming the one way of life into something else. Otherwise, we're doomed to perpetual slavery and extinction. Next up. They ignore the fact that they are students representing KCKCC, which drains their performance of any value. The university is a factor of social death. And let's not kid ourselves about the beta part of the system as well. Acknowledgement becomes another reactionary behavior. We pay homage to the socially dead and yet ignore the elephant in the room. And none of this accomplishes anything. As UC Berkeley 2009. The university still homogenizes, meaning social death is, of course, but simply social power, the regenerative civic life, and is talking about the form of responsibility, unity, your life. Then, which serves as merely public relations and mechanisms that guard the soul and the freedom and democracy that obscure that should negate that when in which our feet are planted with. Yes, the university is a graveyard, but it's also a factory meaning which it produces civic life, which fails to produce social death. The factory, which produces the illusion of meaning, reality can be separated, whichever reproduces the enemy of reactionary behavior of students everywhere. The same ones of ideas of the future everywhere discourse is shaped our desires to trust in the separate way of electoral state. The discourses are not making our very moments here together inside of electrical fruitless demands. The university cultivates a cozy relationship with capital war and power. The discourse of research programs that play their own role in co-opting and containing the radical potential. We tend lecture after lecture about the discourse that produces countries and knowing the most obvious fact that we are sort of produced by the discourse of the discourse receives believing that it's only words which matter, words only words by words which matter. The university loudly commits precautionary lectures about background on the production of race and gender and the reification of this and the fetishization of commodities that takes up poison centers well in the inoculates of the computational radicalism and while the power weaves in the invisibleness it contains to neutralize all thought, the action behind the revolution inside books and lecture halls. We pay tribute to the ghosts of those that are excluded and emasculated and incarcerated, and the just plain fuck something for the vanish as well as the well-meaning phrases. Here we are at the odds with one another, socially adopted staff, home by activists, police, chancellors, administrators, bureaucrats, investors, politicians, that is we are students, or students of color, queer students of color, or faculty. We form teams, ideology, identity, subcultures, and thankfully each group gets its own designated burial plot. Who doesn't participate in this graveyard? We spend money and energy trying to convince ourselves that we are brighter than everyone else. It is our private dream about the future that everyone in the same dream of domination, social death is our banal acceptance of the institutions of meaning of our own life, meaning the position we thoughtlessly enact in the particular nature of being owned. Social rupture is the initial divorce between the owners and the owned. Case. The act fails to ask the question from whose centers are they really operating? Black feminism, womanism is the method both commit this mistake and essential spectacle to the experiences of black people in the U.S. This marginalizes people living in Africa to this day in 08. Black women, women in African women is treatment of black girl issues, lives of gender, African and African dysphoria places present themselves as similar, but journalism factor as does Western feminist prioritizing a version of reality contextualized by the bigger experiences in gender, namely being African in America. Those who center at the operation are the purpose of engaging women transactionally and support a letter saying U.S. black women and women under study who are defining constitutes oppression within the society of those and then those of outside the society, specifically the blackness of that can be witnessed in Walker's treatment of the social, cultural, spiritual practice of the female circumcision. Walker's display of her journalistic attitude toward Africa as an attitude toward the centered outside of Africa, not just physically but culturally, perceptively. If such scholarship is being presented under the guise of womanist approach, we must at very least regard the framework and suspect the caution of its use and specifically the understanding of the public sphere of Lorraine's experience of African women who seek power and gender identity. Bay 2008. Feminist assumption is the physical spheres of the separated gender of the spheres given for the women that participate the public sphere. Many of the African lines are richly democratic. Power of the African feminists is negotiated with negotiable assessment relative to the terms of cultural, historical, generational context. The analysis of gender can be contextualized in a cultural society which emerges with its own implications like feminine life. Do you have any of those?
Yeah. Go back to Cat.
Go back to Cat. The market creates an asymmetrical demand for organs in the first world. Women and poor people racialized foods, effective neoliberal organ harvest. This is separate in 2000. Marx by nature and discriminating inclined would reduce everything to commodity. Nowhere is this more dramatically illustrated than the markets of the world. The rapid transfer of organs, sales and technologies created the global sanctity of the viable organs of global organs. The modern root capital south to north, third to first, poor to rich, black, and brown to white, female to male. Keep going. I got like 12 seconds.
Do we have that part?
No, I can give it to you before we start testing.
Okay, cool.
Do you have the flash drive?
Didn't think I was gonna get through all of that, so.
Good.
It's just extra carbonancy.
Alright. Okay, so my biggest question is, your on-case cards are the Blair cards, and they talk about womanism, black feminism, but where does the app advocate for either one of those?
Let me find the specific examples. Look at it.
So
Yeah.
particularly like in CrossX, when I asked like why you wanted to talk about Toni Morrison, all of the examples were why we should focus on questions of race and gender within the United States rather than globally.
So what does that have to do with black feminism and black womanism?
Actually, I think this is the same card. I'm not real positive, but the parts that you didn't read of the Middleton 2012 card are talking about how black feminist epistemologies are the basis of
because we talk about queer women, women of color, and black feminism epistemologies, it automatically boxes us into having an app based off of the theory of black feminism.
Well, actually,
why do we get boxed in? Why do black women get boxed in by the one and Z?
Well, first, Toni Morrison is a black feminist, and she herself contextualizes herself as such. All of her contextualization of herself is that of a black feminist. B, all of your evidence is all conceptualized into that black feminist epistemology within the
Where does
United
my Moan card say that? My Moan card literally talks about black systems in general. Not like it doesn't talk about. First off, the Middleton evidence doesn't specifically just talk about black feminist epistemology. It also does investigation of Latina women, of other women of color epistemologies. So why are me and Anthony, and not only that, but the plan text says black gendered slave organs, right? That means there are two different genders going on.
All of your examples of that are here in the United States.
And I also, so onto my CAP, I have a question about CAP. Where exactly does the one AC not do an investigation of CAP? And what's the link?
First of all, we have a link to your plan text because the idea of being able to sell organs means that it necessarily.
Where do we say we're selling organs?
Your advocacy statement is to legalize the sale of human organs through making the sale of black gendered slave organs legal. Like any.
So you think that when we say the word sell, that it's us making actual money instead of the sell?
It's not about whether or not you make money. It's about whether or not
so
that goes into the ideology.
So that's your link, though.
It's the ideology of capitalism. Also, talking about race oppressions within the cycle of the academy.
So that's your link, though. Like that's your link.
I got a couple different links, but you're like measuring them down to one.
I just want to know which link story.
You want to listen?
Sure. So our Young card indicates that questions of capital need to start from a discussion of a historical analysis of capitalism rather than.
Okay, we're gonna take crap, but you can finish that question because I'm still gonna ask you a question.
Rather than focusing on things like race and gender, we have to look at the material structures which cause those impacts.
Okay, and then you read this universalism, university. Like, what is that? What context does that leave me in? Do you see
what happens when we introduce these type of narratives, these type of stories into the debate space or even the university space is that the university just...
Right, what type of argument?
the narrative arguments, Toni Morrison's book, Beloved, what ends up happening.
But doesn't the Middleton evidence already say that the Middleton evidence say that we're already commodities within the academic space?
Why make that more so?
The Middleton evidence, Anthony will answer that for you. But the Middleton evidence specifically talks about the fact that we are already commodities. Toni Morrison's work was already deployed to the academy. The academy has already taken what it would like from us.
Sure, and your deployment of it within the debate space is unique because it was not in this space of the academy before.
How so not? Like, this isn't the first time Toni Morrison's work has been read in a debate round.
What?
It's
the first time it's been read in this round.
Well, yeah, in this round, but not in a debate round, right? So it's already been deployed to this community, i.e. the academy already. So why is this any different?
It is not worse. It's the same, but it is worse because you are restructuring.
I mean, sure, it's happened before, but if it's bad, then
you shouldn't read it.